The attorneys of family law don't act like lawyers, but maybe that's what makes them so good.
Have you been in an accident? Do you find yourself in jail for some unknown reason? You need expert legal representation. So call me. I'm on your side. For a modest fee, I'll believe whatever you tell me.
Get to know Rex Weller.
It's 1-800-CHA-CHING.
Family Law, CBS Monday this fall.
Tonight on The Late Show, Dave welcomes Adam Sandler. Plus, tonight's top 10 list and a whole lot more. First, your local news.
Now on WCCO 4 News, he has muscular dystrophy and was near death. Tonight, police blame the woman who was supposed to be caring for him. Desperate crews use fire to fight fire, towering over homes and racing through dry brush. Plus, Monica Lewinsky tries a new diet and may try to get you to join her. Next.
With clear, accurate coverage. This is WCCO 4 News, the hometown team.
Good evening, I'm Don Shelby.
And I'm Amelia Santinello. In the news tonight, he needs help just to get through his daily routine. But now, the woman paid to do that is charged with attacking him instead. The suspect turned herself in and was in court today. WCCO's Randy Kay has more on this now. Randy?
Amelia, this 39-year-old disabled man had been living with his childhood friend and his friend's wife for 3 years, paying them a portion of his Social Security money for rent, living expenses, and care. Instead, police say he got abuse. So much abuse, they say, he was near death. Police say inside this Minneapolis home, Deborah Ann Doherty beat the man she was supposed to help.
Most of the time it was just basically slapping them.
Doherty's husband tells us he asked his wife not to slap the victim anymore. William Doherty says his friend was defenseless because of muscular dystrophy.
I've never seen her hit him with anything, you know.
The criminal complaint says Deborah Doherty told the victim living with her was causing too much stress. Police say she told them she punched the man, slapped him in the face, and swung a broomstick and crutch at him like a baseball bat, hitting him in the back. A search warrant shows a wooden crutch and sweep broom were recovered from the home. Did your wife, though, ever tell you that she hit him with a broom or a crutch?
No, I didn't know anything about that, to be perfectly honest.
On the victim's last day here, Mrs. Doherty rushed him to North Memorial Medical Center. He was losing consciousness. The search warrant says he received numerous units of blood. Doctors described him as malnourished and found facial fractures, a broken hip, lung infection, bed sores, and multiple bruising. Does she have a temper, your wife? Or?
Well, I believe she does have a little bit of a temper, yeah. I can definitely say that, you know.
This neighbor, who asked not to be identified, agrees.
You know, she just was kind of like that rough and tough, duke 'em out kind of, you know, kind of gal.
That same neighbor told us he noticed bruise-like blemishes on the man's skin. He says Mrs. Doherty explained the victim had been wet after a bath and fell down the stairs. The abused man spent a month in the hospital, and now Amelia is living with the brother-in-law of the woman police say abused him.
All right, Randy, thank you.
We can now tell you the name of the doctor charged with punching a 69-year-old woman in a fit of road rage. He is Dr. Thomas J. Valenti, a doctor from Burnsville, but he's also now a suspect charged with assault. Investigators say he was driving a BMW Roadster like this one last month. A witness says this woman cut in front of him, nearly causing an accident at the exit ramp. Police say that's when Valenti stopped, went back to her car, hit her in the face, and then took off. Valenti is an anesthesiologist. Prosecutors say he admitted to co-workers that he did, in fact, punch another driver.
A Wisconsin cop goes to court tomorrow to face charges that he raped a 15-year-old girl and sexually assaulted a woman. WCCO's Tony Berlin has more on a case that could take a surprising turn tomorrow.
No one responded when we knocked on the door of David Turek's Vadnais Heights home. Turek is charged with unlawful sexual contact with a 25-year-old woman after responding to a 911 call at her home last year. In a separate incident, Turek is also charged with allowing a minor to view explicit sexual contact and having sex with that minor. The complaint says all that happened while Turek was a part-time cop with the Centuria, Wisconsin Police Department. People in Centuria are worried. This sends a horrible message, especially to women.
Put a lot of trust in them guys, definitely. If you have problems, those are the first ones you go to, and when they do things like that, I mean, who wants to go talk to a police officer if that's what you're going to have to put up with?
Now, some are concerned Polk County District Attorney Mark Biller will let Turek avoid these felony charges and plead no contest to misdemeanors tomorrow. We saw documentation tonight of the prosecutor's plans. One of the victim's attorneys says a plea bargain might allow Turek to keep his job, and she is suspicious the DA's approach to this case has changed. The DA's office said he would not have a comment until after tomorrow's hearing. Amelia.
All right, Tony, thank you. The man suspected of killing Jessica Swanson hopes to avoid murder charges because he says he was questioned without a lawyer. Dale Jensen was arrested last week, and prosecutors say that he admitted to killing his girlfriend's 3-year-old daughter back in 1995. After confessing, he led police to her body. But Jensen's attorney says that all evidence should be thrown out because he never got an attorney before being questioned.
The cop says, "Tell me what happened." My client says, "I want an attorney." The cop says, "You'll get one." And my client says, "I don't know about this. I want an attorney."
The taped interview of Jensen lasted 3 hours. The defense will ask the judge to throw out the evidence when Jensen goes back to court on September 17.
It's been 107 years since Minnesota hosted a political convention nationally, and that won't end in the year 2000. Minnesota, California, and Illinois were finalists tonight to host the Reform Party convention in the next presidential election, but late tonight the party chose California. The committee that decided said it picked California because the proposal was very specific. The convention will be held in Long Beach. Minnesota officials were still trying to decide among 4 possible cities here. The Metrodome might work for conventions like that.
But Vikings owner Red McComb says it's just not good enough for pro football. Mark Rosen is here with a new threat to move the Vikings.
Well, same message now with a specific timetable. At least that's what McComb said yesterday. McComb says he's done the math, and the answer is simple. He can't make enough money keeping the team in the dome. And a reworked stadium with new seats and suites won't be enough either. The Star Tribune newspaper reported this morning that during a speech, McCombs threatened to take the Vikings to another town if a new stadium isn't built in 5 years. Business leaders who heard it say they were stunned. But the folks running the dome say, hold on.
He certainly got turned up. He left very little doubt that if something doesn't happen, it doesn't happen soon, he will explore other possibilities. And when you look at other possibilities, the one that comes to mind is moving the franchise.
We have an enforceable lease, a contract with the Vikings that runs through the 2011 season. We also have an agreement with the National Football League that says that they would not voluntarily allow a team to move, which is under contract.
Later in the day, McComb said the paper wasn't telling the whole truth. He faxed a statement to us saying he never made a threat about the Vikings, he never mentioned moving the team to anyone, and never mentioned breaking the lease in the Metrodome. He then went on to say he wants to work with the mayor and business leaders to build a new stadium that'll be around for at least another 25 years. If the Vikings don't get a new stadium and move, of course you have Los Angeles, Birmingham, Houston, and of course San Antonio, Red's hometown, among those at the so-called top of the list. We'll have more on this a bit later as well.
Hi, Mark. Thanks.
The Jenny Craig weight loss program could soon get an infamous new spokesperson, Monica Lewinsky. The Jenny Craig website says that Lewinsky is currently a weight loss client, but that role could change in the future. The former White House intern says that she started the Jenny Craig diet early this summer, and no word on how much weight she's lost so far.
In Southern California, they're fighting fire with fire. 85 square miles of the San Bernardino Mountains already charred, as you can see. So fire crews are starting controlled backfires in some places, hoping to take away the dry brush that's fueling the wildfires. Right now, the inferno is only 25% contained.
Tonight, a historic change in cars and car seats. Every safety seat manufactured from now on must have a special strap attached to the top. Now, that strap, or tether as it's called, will prevent child seats from flipping forward in a crash. As for cars, manufacturers must now include anchor points in 80% of new vehicles, and the tethers will attach to those anchors.
Is it a ploy or is it really goodbye? The Thai company says production of all Beanie Babies will stop December 31st of this year. The Beanie Baby craze began in 1993. Since then, more than 100 characters have been created. A company spokesperson refused to say why Thai is retiring all Beanie Babies, but some skeptics say Thai is simply trying to create more demand for its current line of Beanie Babies.
What will it take to create smarter humans? Well, apparently, smarter mice. Scientists at Princeton University have created a better-brained mouse named Doogie by adding an extra gene. Doogie's memory has improved, and he learns tasks much quicker. The experts think that the same kind of procedure could raise humans' IQs for Alzheimer's patients, restoring their fading memory. So, be smart and don't change the channel. Paul Douglas has a weather forecast for the weekend next.
He has incredible pictures of what happens when two forces of nature collide. But first,
this place has saved my life.
What's so special about this local school? Some answers about learning lessons that save lives next in Dimension.
All live from the Minnesota State Fair.
Take a look at this great crowd.
You're watching the Twin Cities top-rated newscast, WCCO 4 News, the hometown team.
I just want to celebrate.
Ford's authorized clearance just got better. Choose either 2000 cash back or 09 plus 1250 cash back on ZX2 and Escort.
During clearance, I drove off in a new ZX2 and got a great deal. Clearance is the best time to buy.
We got a ton of cool features, remote keyless entry, CD player.
And we got a great deal.
Don't miss 2000 cash back or 09 plus 1250 cash back during the Ford authorized clearance at your Northland Ford store.
With Ariel double minutes, you're twice as likely to embellish the truth.
Me? 6'2", blue eyes, square jaw, and a six-pack of abs.
Get bonus double minutes on 2 of our new plans. It's an offer you can really believe. With Ariel double minutes, you're twice as likely to say something stupid.
So, honey, the party's at 8. You're gonna do something about that hair, right? Honey?
Get bonus double minutes on 2 of our new plans. Just think before you speak.
We brought you Dodge Caravan, the most innovative minivan in history, the best-selling minivan in history, and the most copied minivan in history. Now here's what's new from the new Dodge. The Dodge Summer Clearance with a $1,000 cash allowance on Caravan that lowers your price to just $17,785. Or buy Caravan with low 1.9 financing. What's new from the new Dodge? Just catch the Dodge Summer Clearance.
Prices all over the store. Just look for Smiley to save even more. Walmart. Move them out, roll back. Always low prices. Yeah. Always.
Hey, you! Oh, get into my car.
Get into your Mazda dealer's Zero In on Savings Closeout event.
Out of my dreams.
For low 0% financing on every 99 Mazda. There's never been a better time to save, so hurry in. Take advantage of 0% financing on every 99 Mazda, or choose up to $3,000 cash back during Mazda's Zero In on Savings Closeout event.
Now, Don Shelby, Amelia Santinello, weather with Paul Douglas, and Mark Rosen on sports. You're watching WCCO 4 News, the hometown team.
Huge crowd of people out here at the Great Minnesota Get-Together. Welcome back to the State Fair. Big Reba McEntire crowd.
Yeah.
Here. A lot of people. Reba put on a pretty good concert tonight over the grandstand.
Yeah, well, listen, today's the first day of school, but it was anything but routine at a new facility in Oakdale.
The 17 students who go there are looking for a lot more than a diploma. WCCO's Dennis Doto went back to school at a nationally known Twin Cities School of Second Chances.
As I got more addicted to the drugs, I would use more and more to get as high as I possibly could, to the point where I couldn't even, walk.
Listening to Matthew Herman, you get the idea he is 16, going on 50. He started smoking marijuana at age 11. Alcohol, cocaine, LSD all followed.
When you're using, you do so many bad things and so many things that just tear your life apart.
Drugs change a child. They change their personality, and then how they're perceived by their peers and at school changes them even more.
You look back on it, and then you just feel awful of like what the kind of things you've done to your family, to other peers.
What we can do to be respectful of this community.
At least Matthew can look back, soberly. He says it's all thanks to Sobriety High.
This place has saved my life.
Such testimonials are common at Sobriety High, which celebrates its 10th anniversary this fall. The trouble is, enrollment at the Edina campus is limited to 44 students, and many times that many are begging for help.
We had a couple students on the list for every student enrolled.
CEO Jim Zarnicki and the Board of Trustees knew they had to expand. To help East Side students like Matthew, the new campus in Oakdale is starting its first full year. You know, as schools go, it's sure not a big one, but then it's not supposed to be. One of the keys to Sobriety High's success is the closeness between the students and the teachers, literally. And so instead of just making the West Side school bigger, a second intimate campus on the East Side seemed the perfect solution.
We're very much like a family.
Everyone likes each other and respects each other, and it's like because we all share the same thing, you know.
Adam, Chris, do you guys have any more questions about what you're going to do on this activity?
Other than an hour of group sobriety session every day, academics are still the priority. And the bonus, according to the Herman family, is an education in life skills.
My mom loves it.
The change was remarkable when he became sober. You know, he was the child that we knew and loved.
We started having like more communication between me, my parents, and my sister, my whole family. And it was just like, it brought us closer after so many years of not having a relationship there.
Dennis Doda, WCCO 4 News.
This story is part of a commitment here at WCCO TV to do more stories about children and the ways we can help them. We call it Connecting for Kids. Sobriety High is a private nonprofit agency that gets about 45% of its money from the state. Private donations pay the rest of the bills. If you'd like to help, you can call 651-773-8378 for more information.
What a gorgeous day. Wasn't it
It's a
just
beautiful
picture
day,
perfect?
and we've got Paul Douglas out in the crowd once again, one of the most courageous men I believe I've ever seen, to night after night come out here and show those legs. That takes true courage to come out here like that. That's fabulous.
Hey. Okay. I think he's been working on
I think we're on late enough at night that we can show that.
Don, I'm a pretty easygoing, good-natured guy.
Always thought that.
Yeah.
Always thought that.
But you're really pushing it. You know, night after night, you've been giving me a hard time about my legs.
I have.
About my shorts.
Yes.
Big talk for a guy wearing long pants.
Yes.
Don't you think that Don Shelby should be wearing shorts?
I don't have any shorts.
Those are new pants that you have on right now. You got those today, right?
Bought them today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, you're not.
Do you think Don should be wearing shorts? You dare me? You dare me? You've heard of road rage?
Uh-oh.
This is fair rage.
Oh,
Here
no.
we go. Come on.
Pant rage.
Stand up, Dan. Come on. You better get up here and subdue Don.
What, you got a bodyguard
Yeah,
come up here?
Get up here, Dan.
What are you going to do under this?
Just stand up. Just stand up. No.
Oh, boy.
Really, All right. You didn't know I was a tailor, did you? There we go.
Those pants have a lining in them, too.
Paul Douglas,
or are those your long
Samurai
underwear?
Tailor. I'm not a tailor, but I play one on TV. All right, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. There we go. All right. Hang on one second.
That's a nice look.
I've had enough of this, Don. You know, night after night.
One leg?
These are grown men.
Hang on. All right, here we go. Who wants this? Yeah. All right.
One leg?
All right.
Are you going to do the weather at any point, Paul, or should I do the weather?
Well,
You want me to do that?
Well, let's put up. Well, let's see here.
Watch where you're cutting there.
Oh!
Ow! Wow! A little too much.
All right, here we go. There. Have a nice day, Mr. Shelby. Hey, Don. I'm sorry.
I've got some things planned for you.
I'd be afraid, very afraid.
You messed up. You trusted me. All right. Let's check the numbers real quickly if we can. We peaked at 87 this afternoon after a morning low of 63. No precip. 77 degrees, cloudy skies right now. Still very humid. Dew point 67, humidity 71, a southeast breeze, and the barometer on the rise. We're going to stay on the warm side of a frontal boundary for the next couple of days, and that's going to mean scattered showers and thunderstorms. Low 80s. We'll have all the details coming next. Stay tuned.
Your Chrysler Plymouth dealers announced the Minnesota tax rebate clearance on a huge selection of Chryslers and Plymouths. Your state sales tax rebate check is on the way. This is the time to buy or lease with model year-end savings. Get up to $1,250 cash allowance on Plymouth Voyager and Chrysler Town & Country. Or get $1,750 cash allowance on Chrysler Cirrus. Get $1,500 cash allowance on Chrysler Sebring Convertible. Huge year-end savings plus the sales tax rebate make now the time to buy or lease. Hurry to your Chrysler Plymouth store today.
It only happens once a year. It's Slumberland's store-wide Labor Day sale, and this weekend is going to be big. You'll find awesome savings in every Slumberland department, from bedrooms and living rooms to sofas and mattresses, like this classic sleigh bed with sculptured metal detailing for an unbelievable $444, just $444. And this comfortable reclining sofa is just $599. Incredible values. And here's great news. We're even open Labor Day 10 to 5. Don't miss Slumberland's huge Labor Day sale. It's one of a kind.
We brought you Dodge Ram, overall the most powerful line of pickups on the planet, the longest lasting pickup on the road, and the first pickup with 4 doors. Now, here's what's new from the new Dodge, the Dodge Summer Clearance, with a $1,000 cash allowance, exceptionally low 1.9 financing, or great lease rates. What's new from the new Dodge? Just catch the Dodge Summer Clearance.
Recently, Martha Stewart's nephew, Christopher, joined a college choral group.
Nice sheets, Chris.
Hi. I'm studying really hard.
Did you get all the everyday sheets and towels from Kmart? Everything is color coordinated to go together.
Yes, Aunt. They go together very well. Good night, Aunt Martha.
He's such a nice boy.
For back to school, it's back to Kmart.
WCCO 4 Weather is sponsored by Subaru.
I've always been set in my ways. So when Subaru told me they were changing my Outback, I was a tad concerned. Truth is, they just made it better. This next generation Outback's got a stylish new body, quieter ride, and their best all-wheel driving system ever. Sort of inspired me to make a few changes. I think this works. The new Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon from Subaru.
Tonight, partly cloudy skies. There could still be a few showers by morning, 65. And then for tomorrow, 81 degrees, partly sunny and humid, a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. And winds from the south to southeast. And we're looking for showers off and on into Saturday, but getting better over the weekend. Mid-70s, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Sunday and Monday look pretty nice. Partly cloudy skies both days. Tonight's photo, that's the storm that came through the Boundary Waters back on the 4th of July. Just a wild sight sent in by Thomas Fish of St. Peter. And if you want a weather calendar, drop us a line at the giveaway, P.O. Box 50066. That's all the weather tonight. And be honest, at this point, you're really missing Rebecca, aren't you?
Yeah, you're out of control. You know, remind me never to make fun of your hair again, okay?
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
Hey,
take those scissors away from me.
I can cut hair, too, buddy.
I know that.
And I'm really, really sorry.
Paul. We told you earlier that Red McComb says that he may move the Vikings if he doesn't get a new stadium.
Now, what does Rondell Cunningham have to say about all of that? Mark Rosen with the sports next.
But first, here are tonight's winning Powerball numbers.
The best drives of the year will be gone with 0.9% financing at your Lincoln dealer. Bring a hush to the crowd in a roomy, quiet Lincoln Town Car. Or get on the leaderboard with a V8-powered Continental. Either way, you can lower your greens fees with low 0.9% financing. Ask about additional factory-to-dealer savings on now. And check out the 300-horsepower Lincoln Navigator. But hurry, before the best drives of '99 are gone.
What began as a game has become a nightmare.
What the hell did she do to me?
Something's wrong. Kevin Bacon. Stir of Echoes. Rated R. September 10th.
If you've had your eye on that special piece of furniture, or maybe even a room full, but you've been waiting for something to happen that suddenly makes buying it impossible to resist, this is it. Every piece of furniture, from traditional to contemporary, at prices that make it easy to call our furniture your furniture. Schneiderman's annual Labor Day weekend sale. It's what you've been waiting for. Got furniture? We do, and it's on sale.
This is a yodel I learned when I was a very little girl, about 6. Chime bells are ringing, yodel-ay-tee, mocking birds are singing, yodel-ay-tee. When you play yodeling backwards, it actually calls the cows home. Little men in Switzerland start walking backwards on the Alps. It's horrible.
Bits and Baubles, Jewel's new CD of music and spoken word, only at Target.
That will not be on the CD.
WCCO 4 Sports is sponsored by Borton Volvo.
The Volvo V40. Diagram 1. Diagram 2. Diagram 3. The Volvo V40, an ingenious and eminently practical automobile for under $25K. It rips. Get it at Borton Volvo.
I just have to say it's a good thing you're wearing shorts already, Mark.
Yeah, maybe this would be a good time to show us your tattoo, though.
Go ahead.
No, just kidding.
No, you don't have to show us your tattoo.
No, that'll be...
I don't have a tattoo.
Yes,
okay.
She says that all the time.
Okay, Red McCombs is a businessman who wants to be loved by the masses, and so he walks the tightrope between pushing for a stadium that he feels is a must for the team to remain in Minnesota, at the same time not antagonizing a football community that certainly rallied around his Purple Pride slogan of a year ago. So after seeing the headline in today's Tribune, quoted as saying the team won't be here in 5 years without a new stadium, he fired off a clarification statement today saying, "I have never made a threat at any time to anyone on any issue regarding the Minnesota Vikings." Quarterback Randall Cunningham was quick to say McCombs does have the Twin Cities' best interest at heart.
The only way that I can look at this whole situation is that he wants this whole city to prosper. He doesn't want to have to get into a point where he has to make a decision that might hurt someone. So he is making some statements of truth for as far as he's concerned. He would like to see the city do very, very well.
Cunningham will play at least a quarter and a half in the Vikings' final preseason game Friday night against the Jets in the Meadowlands. Cunningham's coach, Denny Green, will be our special guest right here Sunday night at the State Fair. Denny and his wife Marie will join us for Sports Sunday live at 10:35. The Denver Broncos are faced with their first quarterback dilemma in years. The retirement of John Elway left veteran Bubby Brister as the heir apparent, but he's lost his job to Brian Griese, leaving Brister shocked, especially since he's 5-0 in the regular season.
That's what's upsetting, because I've earned the right to start opening day, but Mike doesn't feel that way, and I don't agree with him at all. But I'm a team guy, and I would never walk out on my players.
As I told Bubby, he's going to come in and play a lot this year. Brian Griese will have some growing pains, but I think Bubby will help our football team most, coming off the bench and doing the things that he's done over the last couple of years.
Well, 14 months before their first game, the Wild made their first move to shape the on-ice product, hiring Doug Riseborough as their general manager. Riseborough will be introduced at a news conference tomorrow. He coached Calgary here in the 1990-91 season. He played on 4 Stanley Cup champion teams with Montreal, and his last job has been as vice president of hockey operations for the Edmonton Oilers. Well, a night after scoring 12 runs and getting into a brawl against Toronto, the Twins were shut out and Tom Kelly was kicked out. The sky over Skydome was beautiful tonight, but things got ugly in the 7th. Eric Milton pitched what looked like a strike to Pat Borders right on the corner. Instead, Borders stays alive and hits a 2-run home run, giving the Jays a 4-0 lead. This was the first game back in Toronto for the '92 World Series MVP. It was Milton's only mistake, and it allowed manager Jim Fregosi to breathe easier. However, it made Tom Kelly breathe fire. He was ejected on only the 4th time in his career. Of course, he lost the argument and the game. 4-0, the final. Getting shut out by Escobar is probably the bigger concern for Kelly. The series winds up tomorrow afternoon. Mark McGwire ended an 0-for-25 home run drought. His 52nd came at home against Florida, the 494th of his career. Passes Lou Gehrig for all-time home runs by a first baseman, but he's still 3 behind, of course, the one and only Sammy Sosa. U.S. Open highlights coming up 11:35 here after Letterman tonight.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
After this, Don becomes Batman.
Oh, and she cut the pants leg.
The #1 local news continues at 7 a.m. right here on WCCO this morning.
What phone service changes can mean for you, and feed the need for speed at the fair. The news starts at 5:30.
Get organized with savings from Menards. Sturdy Rubbermaid storage containers are on sale. A 14-gallon rough tote is just $3.99. A 19.5-gallon tote locker is only $12.99. Plano plastic shelving assembles easily in minutes without tools. This 5-shelf model is just $19.99 after $5 rebate. This extra heavy-duty model only $24.99 after rebate. Stock up on savings at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
They'll be going, gone. Mercury Grand Marquis with 0.9% Grand Slam savings right now. It's the only car in its class with a powerful V8, roomy interior, vacation-sized trunk, plus the government's highest 5-star crash test rating. And it's a spectacular grab with low 0.9% APR financing or $1,000 cash back. Ask about additional factory-to-dealer savings right now. Hurry in before these end-of-the-model year deals are going, gone. And imagine yourself in a Mercury.
See any good sights this summer? Like analyze this. Payback. Shakespeare in Love. The summer's biggest hits are still guaranteed to be there at Blockbuster. So rent them this week and catch up on all the great sights. Blockbuster. Go home happy. Now you can buy movies and games at the lowest prices of the year during the summer sale. Choose from hundreds of titles.
Satellites in precise orbit. Aircraft systems designed for safety and reliability. Control technologies that improve people's lives. Throughout the world, throughout your life, we are Honeywell. Space, aviation, industry, homes, buildings. We apply control solutions that improve people's lives every day. Throughout the world, throughout your life, we are Honeywell.
Welcome back to the State Fair. I'll tell you what, an interesting thing happened. You guys didn't see this, but you know that there is a sheep barn and a pig barn, and there is a cow barn. The CCO studios became a bat barn today. And I want you to watch this. We're going to bring the sound up because shooting the bat that was stuck inside of our studio is Art Phillips, who's deathly afraid of bats. Just listen to what we did here. There he goes. He's running. Okay. Now I found the bat, put on some gloves, and found the bat. And I'm going to take it outside, and Art's going to follow me. I'm going to try to throw it up in here. Watch what happens to Art. Ready? Yep.
Catch and release program.
I don't like these things.
Uh-oh, he's running now. He thinks the bat's coming after him.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for hammer waves of rain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Working together, Washington balanced the budget, creating a budget surplus. Republicans and Democrats agree. Use the surplus to guarantee Social Security and Medicare's future and improve education. As for the rest of the surplus, there's a policy debate. Most Democrats, Bill Clinton and Al Gore, want to increase spending on more Washington programs. Republicans, led by Senator Rod Grams, want what's left to go to taxpayers to provide tax relief. Learn more about this debate affecting your future.
Looks like you got the last of the Crystal Farms cheese. Can you share? I'll do a trick.
Cheese you just have to have. Give me my cheese. Crystal Farms.
Chevrolet cars are trusted by more Americans than any other. Chevy trucks are the most dependable, longest lasting on the road. If that's not enough reason to own a Chevrolet car or truck, then this definitely is. The Great Summer Drive-In from Chevrolet. You can drive away in a new 99 four-door Chevy Blazer and get $2,000 cash back or low 0% APR financing. That's $2,000 cash back or 0% APR financing. It's Chevrolet's Great Summer Drive-In. See your local Chevrolet dealer today.